You don't suck at guitar because you use a capo. That's right, my fellow pickers. You guys have probably heard people put down a capo before, saying that you're not a guitar player if you're using a capo. Well, I'm here to tell you, even the best players out there use a capo, and I'm not ashamed to say that I use a capo. But today, I'm going to show you some things that you probably didn't know about the capo. I'm going to show you shortcuts that are going to help you use your capo. And you're going to want to stick around to the very end because I got a secret that nobody talks about, that how you can use that capo and play something really cool. I'm going to try and keep this as elementary as possible, but at the same time, I'm going to try to speak to people who use a capo who probably didn't think of different ways that you could use it and how you can tell what the keys are that you're going to be moving to. The whole premise behind a capo is you've got the nut down here at the end of your guitar. If you do a bar chord, you're creating the nut with your fingers across. And as you move that up, you're also changing keys. Well, the benefit of the capo is you can use the capo, and this would be an F chord. Otherwise, it would be an F chord like this. Now, I'm going to take you all the way through several keys, and I'm going to show you how those keys change as you go up. I'm also going to show you how you can actually change the keys of songs, that if you want to sing along with them, you can actually do that and make it toward your key range. We're going to start with the chord G. So let's say we have a G right here. With no capo on, you are in the key of G. But if you put a capo on, and you can look at my diagram right up here, it then becomes an A flat, or what would be a G sharp. You move it up. Now you're in A, even though you're going to go ahead and continue to play a G. And it just continues to go all the way up the neck. Now you're up to B flat. You're up to B. And then finally, you're up to C. Now, obviously, you can continue to go all the way up the neck. Why would you want to do that? But most players really don't go that much further up there. So I guess now you're going to ask, how would you do it in E, Wade? Well, let's just talk about that. So if you have an E, and you want to move it up, just like what we said, it would move up to F. So we go ahead and put that capo on. We're now in F. Move it up one more. You're in F sharp. Up one more. G. Same thing. A flat. A, and you get the whole point there. But what if you wanted to play an A chord, but you wanted to move the A all the way up? Well, how would you use that? As you can see from this chart over here, so obviously you have an A open chord. But then you have everyone's favorite chord, the B flat. And it makes it so much easier to just go ahead and play that as an A. Move it on up. Then you're in B. You're up. You're in C. And as you see on the chart there, I'm not going to bore you with all the details. It just continues to go up and up and up. So now that we've done E, we've done G, we've done A, let's throw you off just a little bit. Let's do D. So obviously you have a regular D here. But if you move it on up, it's going to be a little bit different. Now, let's talk about the secret before we go into this D. The standard formula is you move your capo up and then you go down. So for example, let's go back to the G here. If I put my capo onto, I'm playing a G, but to know the actual key that I'm playing in, you go up and it's an A. Or alternatively, if you're playing an A, go down and you know exactly what chord to do, a G. So everything can transpose. So if you've got a song that is going to be A, D, and E, you know that that's going to actually transfer over into other chords. We're going to get to that in a second, I promise you. On the D, you can put the capo on the first fret, and then you're in E flat. You move it up one more, and you're playing an E. And so on and so forth. You get the picture. But you ask, Wade, how do you change a song that is A, D, E, and I want to play it on the second fret, and I want to play it in G? How do I transpose that? Well, I'm glad you asked. If you take a look at this chart right up here, I've got an easy conversion chart that I made up just for you guys. And all these PDFs are downloadable at the link in the description. So if you scroll down to where it says A right there, you're going to see that if you're playing an A and you've got A, D, Remember the one up, one down method. Let's put our capo on 2, and you can see on that conversion map that you're actually going to be on capo 2. Now it's going to say G, C, D. So let's think about that for a second. If you're playing in the key of A, what is the form that you're going to make if you put a capo on? One whole step down is a G. The next chord is going to be a D. One whole step down from that is going to be a C. And then your final chord in the key of A is going to be E, and if you go one step down from that, it's D. An easy conversion that you can do on the fly, and also enables you to transfer over a song into a different key if you need to play it in simpler chords. I'm sure you've seen in a lot of my videos where a song is in the key of E, but you'll see me play it on capo 2. Well, let's move to the key of E. And you'll see that the chords that you're going to play for the key of E are going to be E, A, B, which we're going to play a B7. But let's convert it and let's make it easier. Let's put the capo on capo 2. And let's go ahead and take a look at exactly how that transposes. E, one whole step down from E, is going to be a D. D. And A, one whole step down from an A, is going to be a G. And then on your B, one whole step down is going to be an A. Even though I have the conversion map here for you, you still need to know exactly where to put that capo at to be able to still be in the keys that you need to be, enabling you to actually play something that you can sing along with. So how do you do that? Well, you're going to have to know the notes up and down the neck to be able to know where you're at. So in this case, if I'm going to play an E and I've got my capo here and I know that I play the 4th string down on a D and I know that this is pressing down on capo 2 of 4, then you know that that note is an E. Furthermore, it makes it an E chord. The same holds true when you come up here with this G. Now, I do need to tell you that every once in a while, this one up, one down thing really doesn't work. And it's very, very rare, but this up-down method will work 99% of the time. So what chords or what keys does that not work in? How about F? In F, you're going to have the chords F, B flat, and C. Now, in order to play that with the D shape, as you see up here, we have to move to capo 3. And in capo 3, we're going to play a D, we're going to play a G, and we're going to play an A. But the down method does not work on this one because you've got the key of F, so one whole step down from the key of F is actually going to be E. But you're not going to be doing that. You're actually playing a D. It's not 100% foolproof, but I'll tell you what, as I said, it will help you 99% of the time. All right, pickers, now we're up to the secret. What is the secret of the capo that nobody ever talks about? Well, you know how we can do a drop D by detuning our top string down to our 4th string. Well, what if you didn't want to detune, but you just wanted to use your capo to do that? If you remember, I told you that if you put your capo on 2, you're actually going to be playing in D position, you're going to be playing in E. This is only going to work if you have a capo that has an open end. If you have a strap capo, it's not going to work because that strap is going to cover every one of those strings. Take your capo, flip it upside down, and come up from the bottom on 2, and only cover 5 down, not 6 down. Now play a D chord with all the strings, whereas normally you would play them with just 4 strings. Now you've got drop E. Very, very cool trick. It does have limitations. It only works in the key of E. Guys, I really want to start a community of like-minded guitar players who don't have this hold up when it comes to capos. I want all the possibilities of the guitar to be reachable by you so that you can learn. And hopefully these charts that I've shown you today will give you a fuller understanding of how the capo works and how you can use that to your advantage when it comes to playing songs in the same key, but playing them maybe with a little bit easier chords. I personally use a capo not because I can't play bar chords, but because I like the open sound. I like the ring that comes out of it. Maybe you're a beginning guitar player, maybe you're an advanced guitar player, maybe you're an intermediate guitar player or medium guitar player. Maybe you didn't even know this information. This is a really cool thing to put in your pocket so that you can utilize it down the road. Do me a favor and comment below if this helped you understand the capo a little bit more. And if you like videos like this, we can do a little bit more besides just doing songs. And don't forget, practice what you need to play what you want to. Take care.